Hey, everybody. Welcome. I'm your girl, D. Willis here. And you know, I teach you all the skills that you need to know in order to start a business online and start producing some income for yourself and the mindset to achieve it. So in this video, I'm going to do something a little different. The last couple of videos, I don't know what's been going on with Camtasia, but it's been like cutting off a minute. I don't know if that's on upload with YouTube, because when I go back into Camtasia, that the audio is there, so I don't know what's going on. But I wanted to bring something to you guys in a different format, and this is going to be a very quick and a free mini training on how you can find or choose your niche. Now, things are working a little bit differently here in the creator and digital economy these days. People are ditching the old school meaning of the word niche or niche, however you want to pronounce it in your part of the world. But I say niche, niche, I say them both interchangeably. However, the title of this video is Who is Your Niche? And that's because the old way of talking about one topic, one subject, believe me guys, it's very hard, especially for a multi-passionate person like myself. As you can see on my channel, I talk about different things because I've done different things, and I like to show and teach the things that I am doing in case that is something somebody wants to do. And we have more than one thing we're interested in. We're not running around all day. We have different needs. And I'm going to talk about that in this training, because now you need to be focused today and moving forward. And I'm pretty sure the niche will change again in the future in about another decade or so. Probably it'll mean something different. But today we're talking about who is your niche, not what is it. Is who. So let's dive right on into this training. The new niche, guys, this is the main person you want to serve. I spoke about this in my last video about too many ideas to help you hone down and narrow it when you have so many ideas. When you're interested in a lot of things like myself, I build websites, I design graphics, I have multiple streams of income coming in, not only on my website and blog, but I do have digital products that I've created, clip art, templates, ebooks. I have a KDP book. I've wrote a novel. These are all different skills that I've learned over time that I show others how to do. Just because you want to make a digital product and you want to be a digital product creator, there's a lot of different digital products you can make. You can make an ebook. You can make a checklist. You can make clip art. You can make digital papers. You can do all these different things. And I don't want to sit here and tell you how to make digital paper all day and every day. That would be very boring. So the person who I want to serve is, I want to serve them on multiple levels, not just teaching them how to make digital papers, but how to expand on that as well, because it grows their skills. And the more skills you have, the more bills you can pay. And I'm a very firm believer in skills pay bills. Okay. So the purpose of this in the new niche is to identify the main person you want to serve. When you identify the person that you want to serve, then that's going to determine your scope of topics. Because say, for instance, in my situation, if someone wants to learn how to create digital products, they have to learn various skills depending upon the digital product they want to create. So if they want to create clip art, for example, and I have a video on that, it'll be linked below, but they don't have to be a designer. If they are, great. But if not, they can use AI, they can use Midjourney. I show them how they can do that based on the idea in their head. Just because you can't design don't mean you don't have the idea. I can't physically draw, but I can think of the image in my head and I can describe it, but I can't draw it. But give me some graphic software and I can make it in the graphics. I just can't draw it with pen and paper. So it works different for different people. And you got to learn how to make prompts in Midjourney. Then you need to learn how to remove the background. That's another skill. Then you need to learn how to upscale it and make it sellable. If someone wants to use it for print or for just the web, you need to understand what a PPI or a DPI is. Those are all things you learn along the way. And then on top of that, now you need to determine where you want to sell it. Do you want to sell it as a digital download on Etsy? That's a marketplace. Do you want to have your own Shopify? In either one, you got to learn how to use it. You have to learn how to list on Etsy, Etsy SEO. You need to learn about the Etsy platform. You need to know the size of the graphics for the mock mock-ups. You need to know how to do a mock-up. Now, if you do Shopify, you need to know how to open a Shopify. You need to know how to design your Shopify. You need to know how to get traffic to your Shopify. And so those are all different skills along the way on that as well. So it's very interesting to me, and I love digging into stuff like this because that's my interest, right? That's where all of my knowledge is at in the marketing realm, in the graphics and creative realm. All of those things I can talk about with that one person. I'm not going to want to just talk about just digital paper all day because they're going to need more than just learning how to do digital paper, because once the digital paper is made, what do they need to do next? That's another topic. Depending upon the person you want to serve, that's going to determine the topics in which you're going to talk about. They might need motivation. They might need some one-on-one. They might need to know, okay, the digital paper is now done. How do I make a seamless one? What software, what tools do I need? Now I'm talking about tools. I'm no longer talking about just making digital paper. You see what I'm saying? So it depends on the main person you want to serve is going to depend on the topics. If they're making digital papers and they want to put them on Instagram or Pinterest, now you need to tell them how to do it. So it expands your topics of conversation, even though they're all pertaining to the same person. That's why the new niche is the who, not the what. And then you can expand on the who over time. So say, for example, you want to start off with just working with single moms, women, but later on down the line, you can put a man in there. Come to think about the men you want to serve, because it's going to be a different type of serve for a man than it might be for a woman. A man's needs might be different from a woman's needs. I mean, we know it personally, it is. Emotionally, it is. A woman might need more emotional and motivational support than a man. Okay. So a man might not need as much motivation or much of that. And it depends on the person you want to serve. If you're a person that serves people that's trying to lose weight or into fitness, men's metabolisms is different from women. So the way you serve them is going to be different. And that's what's going to determine the topics and the scope of the topics that you're going to talk about with each one. So I'm hoping this makes some sense, guys. If you haven't done so already, be sure to go over to dwillis.com and jump on her diary newsletter. Okay. Now, the goal of this training is to help you identify your who. Also, what types of problems are you going to help them solve, or the results that you want them to achieve? Because it might not necessarily be a problem, but it's always a problem if they want to achieve something and they haven't done it yet. It's an issue. Okay. They feel some kind of way because they want it done. And where do you want to help them from? Like where or how do you plan on helping them? Is it videos? Is it tutorials? Is it content? Is it supplying them graphics? Because if you're a digital product creator, or if you're creating clip art, you're helping other people do their scrapbooking. You're helping other designers as well. So they don't have to create it from scratch themselves. They can just use your art real quick and do their designs. You're helping them shortcut the process. That's solving an issue for them because you're solving a time issue. So it's like, okay, you already have it made. They might as well get it from you than sitting there spending hours to design it themselves. Here's how you can think about serving when you're trying to think about the topics. So we have Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and this is biologically for everybody. Okay, we have the psychological needs and the safety needs, which is the basic needs of life. We need food, water, and safety, shelter over our heads. We need those things. And then, of course, we get up into the psychological needs, like the needs for belonging and self-esteem and accomplishment. And we feel accomplished when we get our high school diploma, when we get our degree, when we finish a training and get that certificate. We've accomplished a goal that we set for ourselves, no matter how small it is, even if it's a milestone. We feel good about it. I mean, and that's the esteem need part of us. And then, of course, you get higher up on the hierarchy and you're looking at self-actualization. And this is where a lot of people aren't at yet, right? Because it's a mindset thing when you get up there. When you get up there, it's about your mind. It's about reaching your full potential. And that's if a person wants to reach that, because that's where it's a psychological thing in the mind that's going to make you successful. It's all about how you think that's going to allow you to achieve these goals and how you look at certain things. I brought this up because I want you to think about those needs when you're thinking about your ideal person. I didn't say people, I said one person. I have my person that I based everything off of. This training, everything I do, I base it off of this person. And this person happens to be a real person that is in my life. She does not know that she is my person, but it's the qualities in her that I want to attract people like her. So if you know somebody in real life, that makes this even easier for you. If you don't, and you just have this ideal person in your mind, you need to write these down. So you need to ask yourself some questions. Is it a man or a woman? It needs to be one singular person. We're not in no group yet. We're not grouping people together. We're talking to one person and one person only. And me talking right now, in the way I'm talking and the verbiage I'm using, everything is like I'm talking to that person, right? Even right now in this moment, I'm doing it, okay? Because I've talked to this person in real life, because I know this person in real life. And that is my ideal person. So is it a man or a woman? How old are they? Not a range, a specific age. Drop down a specific age. Do they read? Do they watch videos? Okay, my person reads, watch videos, and also she has a habit of going on Pinterest. And I know this for fact because I know her in real life. She has a habit of going on Pinterest and she makes boards of her dream life. Like, she's really into cars. Okay. So if you know a person, this makes it even better. Do they invest in themselves already? Do they buy books? Do they buy courses? Are they in network marketing? Have they started network marketing before? Have they done a business? Have they done graphics? Have they tried weight loss before? If you know a person who's been trying to lose weight, you know all the things they've been through. Me personally, I have a bestie and she has done a lot. I can sit here and I know the things she has done. And if you know somebody that you can relate to, you can put those qualities into your ideal person. Think about what are the various things they would like to know. What would they like to find out? All right. And I know what the people or the person that's my person, I know what she would like to find out because I've talked to her, and not in a form of questioning her like she's my ideal person, just in general conversation, because I know her personally. So we talk about things and I know the things that she want to know and the things that she want to do. And that's it. Again, everything I do is tailored to her, even though she might not even know it. After seeing this video, she might realize it's her. Does this person have a job? Are they in between jobs? Do they work a temp job? Do they have degrees? Things like this. You need to know about the person, your ideal person. Ask yourself some more questions. Does this person want to quit their job? Because some people want extra income but ain't trying to quit their job. Okay, they could be still working their job because they put in so many years already. They vested. They waiting for this retirement. They're waiting for all that extra money to drop in, to have that steady, constant income, and they not willing to lose it. They just want to start something for after they retire. They got even more money coming in, or they might be at a higher level. Just because a person is making more money than their job don't mean they're going to quit their job. So you need to know if that's a goal of this person. Are they just looking to pay the bills? What skills would they need to learn based on what they're trying to do? Now you need to know what they're trying to do because this is your person. What objections are popping up in their head? Like, what could they be thinking that's stopping them? Not enough money, not enough time, don't know how. Like, what type of things could stop them? And what other things may be preventing them from accomplishing their goals? A boyfriend, family in their ear, friends in their ear. What other things could be preventing them? Because these are things you're going to need to try to overcome up front. Okay, because you already know your person. You already know what they thinking before they think it. It's kind of like your kids. Like when my kids walk in here and I can tell by the look on their face. I can actually tell by the way they walk, the way they step sound. And then the first thing they say, "Ma, I love you." I be like, "What you want?" "No, you can't use the car." Because because you already know what they want. This is how you need to think of your ideal person. You need to know them in and out. Like you already know what they gonna say before they say it. Just like your significant other. You know what they gonna say before they say it. That's exactly how you need to know your person. And also think about, what does this person want to accomplish? Because everybody got some goals and dreams and want to do something. Just whether or not they believe they can do it is another story. And does this person have children, have a family? Because that could be some other things that they could be feeling like it's holding them back a little bit, or they feel like they really can't take leaps or risk, or they don't want to risk, or whatever the case may be. If they have a family, I want you to think about yourself for a moment, because this is going to have to do, these questions are for you. And it's more so about the person you want to serve and the topics you want to talk about with that person. Because the person you want to serve, you want those topics that you speak to that person to be of interest to you as well. Not only are you trying to get to know the person or have your ideal person, but you need an ideal person that you can talk to about the topics you like to talk about. Is no point in having conversations. For instance, my ideal person, I have conversations with her different than I have with my bestie. My bestie isn't interested in nothing I talk about, right? But my ideal person, my friend that I talk to, we can talk about stuff like this all day. And it's certain things she don't know, but she's still interested in the topic, in the same topic as me, that I'm, fluent in and know about. And if I don't know about it, I'm interested enough to go buy books and take courses and learn about it. So you need to match that. You need to match your interest in the topics that you're interested in researching or know about to the person that's interested in knowing about them. So what type of things you research or you love looking up? Think about those. What lights you up inside? What gets you excited? Like, what do you know how to do that you could show somebody else how to do? Maybe you know how to knit, crochet. Maybe that's what you do. You just sit down, watch your shows, and sit at the couch with your yarn and get going. But to everybody else, I don't know how to crochet. However, I don't even have an interest in learning it. I mean, my grandmother showed me when I was little, but I don't remember how to do it, right? But I'm not a person that's interested in really learning it. So I wouldn't be your ideal person, but there is someone that's out there that could be sitting at home like, dang, I wish I could make this for my baby, or I wish I could make this for a friend, or I wish I knew how to do this. And you know how to do it. That's your person. So what are the topics that most people don't even care about, but you do? And see, this is the example I gave you before. My bestie don't care about these topics, so I know she ain't my ideal person. My friend care about these topics. I know she's my ideal person. Okay, so that's another way. And what do you think the world needs more of that you don't think they do enough? Like people out there is not doing it enough. And I think a lot of people out there aren't exploring their curiosities enough. That's me. Because everybody is trying to get perfect and be perfect. And I got a video about that too, on how trying to be perfect holds you back. And I'm going to link that below, because everybody's looking for that one thing that's going to make them money. That one thing, instead of just serving. Just serve. Just find your person and serve them. I just always believe if you do what you love, the money gonna come. It's gonna fall into place. Don't go searching for the money. Go search to help people with something you know how to help them with. That's a caring heart. The Lord loves a cheerful giver. You giving something to somebody else that they don't have. That's going to help them, that's going to change their life in some way. It changes a person's life when they know how to do a website. You know how it changes their life. It might not change it in a way to you. It might not change it, but to them, it might be a big deal for them to learn how to do it themselves, because they don't got the $1,500 to $2,500 to pay somebody else. You was a lifesaver to them. You just saved them $2,000 that they don't have, and they needed this website up because they want to start a business. Or you just taught them how to do something. Now they like, oh, I know how to build businesses. Now they can go out and make money building websites for other people. You just leveled them up. They are grateful for that. A lot of things that we take for granted that we know how to do, we take that for granted and don't think other people is good enough or of value to other people, and it is. And I think we need more of that in the world. people not thinking that their ideas are good enough because it's old to them, but it's new to somebody else. I say that all the time. So think about, what problems are you trying to solve right now? I have a ton of problems I'm trying to solve right now. And I have them written down, but I'm on the goal of trying to accomplish those things. But there are many things that I've already accomplished and that I already know how to do. It's a thing. When you become an entrepreneur and you learn one thing, you're going to want to learn another thing. You're going to always have goals. You should. And that's another thing we don't have enough in this world. Everybody need goals every day, all day. They do not stop. You have one goal, you hit it, you make another. You hit it, you make another. That is moving forward in life. Okay? That's how I look at it. All right? That's my mindset though. And it's a mindset thing like I told you before. So what problems did you solve last year? I solved a gang of them last year, And what are you trying to learn right now? What have you learned within the past year? Have you learned something already? And also think about the purchase you have made lately, because this is going to help you identify with that person. Like I said, my ideal person, she reads. I know she invests in herself. She's actually been to conferences. She's actually then invited me to some that I didn't even know about. So I know she's engulfed in this world of being better, of wanting more and wanting better for herself. I already know this, and I know that she buys books. I buy books too. I don't even want to go there. I used to have on my old website how much I spent on educating myself every year. I remember one year I spent over 10 grand just in books. We ain't talking about courses. We talking about just in books from Amazon. Amazon be getting all my money, okay? Now, this is how I want you to relate your topics. So when you're talking to your ideal person, when you're talking to them and trying to attract them to you, you need to be speaking their language, okay? You already know what their wants and needs are. You know how to communicate with them. You know all the things because we've done that already. You know what problems they might need solving, and this is going to help you vary your topics. So if you're starting at the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy, and this is how it relates to business, okay? So for the basic needs, so if you're looking at food, water, warmth, rest, getting paid for something they have created or they have control over, that will help them with that psychological need. Just getting paid because it helps them with gas, okay? When they first start doing something, they might not make a lot of money, but guess what? It's helpful. That little trickle of money help. When they realize that, hey, I just made, based off this skill I learned, I just made a quick $20 sleep off of selling digital art on Etsy. When that check roll in every day or Tuesday, mine's roll in every week. So if yours roll in every week and you getting that extra $50 to $100, believe me, you grateful for it because it seemed like it always come on time. So that's that psychological need. Now moving up to the safety need. Now here's the next level. And this is where it's these two levels that most entrepreneurs struggle. Because that next level, the safety need, is after earning some income online and growing it, where it actually starts covering bills like a car note or the whole electricity bill or the whole internet bill and supporting itself. So the business is now supporting all the software itself and it's paying a bill. You're starting to feel a little bit more safe in your business. You're starting to feel a little more safe. When it gets to the point where it's paying for your livelihood, you really feel a sense of security and safety and not worried about if your job fire you or whatever because you still got it. It is also a feeling of safety when you've saved this money. Say, for example, you are getting little money like $50 here, $100 here. But if you got that money going straight to a savings account, when that savings account grow to about 10 grand, 15 grand in that savings account, you feeling real safe because if something happened with your job, at least you sitting on some money thanks to the skill you built from the beginning, from the first level. Now, when you go up to belongingness and love and needs, relationships, friendships in the business world, this is what it means by surrounding yourself with like-minded people, getting a mentor, getting a coach, joining a community. And like I tell everybody, be sure to go over to my website at dwillis.com and get on her diary newsletter. Believe me, I keep it all the way 100 in that newsletter, and I talk to a lot of people. I don't have a coaching program. I don't need a coaching program. If you have a question, you can put it in the comments below, or if you are on her diary newsletter, you can always reply to me. I get them directly. I am inviting you in to me, okay, so you can be around somebody that's positive, so you can have somebody there with you along the way. When you have friends in the entrepreneurial world, internet streets, when you have friends out here, it makes it a lot more enjoyable, okay? And you learn from each other. You learn, oh, I didn't know about that book. Let me try that out. Or I didn't know about this strategy. Let me try this out. This is how you do it, instead of keeping your ego hard and like, I'll just do it by myself. And you just sitting behind the scenes trying to learn everything alone when you don't have to. You making your learning process longer. If somebody's inviting you into community that you can vibe with, get into the community in their community with them. You know, I'm not necessarily telling you have to join mine. If you're not vibing with me, if I'm not somebody you can see yourself hanging out with, that's okay. But find somebody that you can see yourself hanging out with, because that's what's going to give you that belonging and that need. And it's going to give it to them too. Okay. So this is why that's why you want to have these type of things out there for your ideal person. You want to put out there for your ideal person, learn this skill, and teach it to them, because once they learn it, you know it's going to fulfill that psychological need. If you show them how they can start making money with it and they start making little bit, you're starting to help them feel a little bit more safe. If you offer a community, or if you offer your services because you're there to serve them and you want to get them on this path, they're going to feel a belonging to you. They're going to feel like they belong. Like, hey, I'm not alone out here. I'm not the only one that think like this. I'm not the only one that's trying to do this. And then you go up to the next level, the esteem need, like they self-esteem. And once you do mini goals with people, and if they accomplish the mini goal to the big goal, there's little goals. When you're building a website, you need to first learn how to get a domain name. That is a mini goal. And then you get your WordPress. And then you get your theme. Those are all goals. Then you learn how to connect your DNS to your hosting. And then, your domain name, because you got to connect all of that to make it talk. And then that's an accomplishment. And then you get your theme. And then you learn how to design your theme. And then you learn about plugins. And then you're launched to the world. Those are all accomplishments to the big accomplishment. Now your website is online, live, and launched. That is a very big accomplishment for people who do not know how to do that. And then they like, oh, I know what I'm doing now. Okay, that's a big goal. And then they feel accomplished with that goal. So if your topics can relate to making them feel like, accomplish a goal, that's why you give them mini goals, and you make sure that you can teach them a skill and the many things that will go up to the big skill. It's wonderful. And then, of course, at the top is self-actualization. And that's when one fully recognizes their potential. And this is mindset. And this is why some of my videos talk about mindset. Okay, it talk about the mind and what you need. And on my videos, you can see how to choose a niche, how to handle negative reviews on Etsy. I talk about a range of things, and those range of things fall into Maslow's hierarchy. It falls into there some way. The making the clip art is on the first level. I'm teaching you a skill. How to do bulk, mock-ups, how to do it in bulk. That's saving a person time to help them make more money. So that's all in the basic needs for real. And then I talk about, reinventing yourself and things like that. I talk about different topics for my person that falls along the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, because we all need these things in our life. So I want you to understand something. When you have your ideal person in mind and you're putting out product, service, content to them, they are not purchasing your product or service. That's not what they're doing. They are purchasing a solution, a result, a feeling, a control over their own life. You should always be thinking of serving your person on a positive change. something positive. And the change is going from one place to another place, a place of unknown to known. You always want to take them from the unknown to the known. They don't know how to do a website. They do now. They don't know how to do clip art. They do now. They didn't know how to make $20 online. They do now. You always want to take them from unknown to known, which is a positive change in the right direction. This is what you should be giving your person at all times. So I hope this mini lesson or this mini training for the niche of who was very helpful to some of you. I need you just to understand these very simple and basic principles right here, and you will be well on your way to not being confused about what you want to do and not be limited to what you can talk about and what you can teach to your ideal person. If you have, again, any questions, put them in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to like it and then be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.